Because like sometimes I get all negative, and I'm like every like not every day, but some days I can just be like so negative that I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, why do I have to do this? Why can't I be in another place where I'm like where my I'm like serving something, like I'm doing a higher purpose, where I'm doing something that's more meaningful than being in a stupid job because I have to, you know? Oh my god, my aiming is so amazing. So, cause like I've heard these things of like things happen for a reason and everything, and yeah, I believe that things happen for a reason, you know. But sometimes I just want answers. That's all I want. I want answers. Like, why am I really here? Is there a script, or am I writing my own story? Or is it both? You have a script, but you also have, you have freedom to do whatever you want. Like you have the freedom of, oh, I forgot the word. Of living the life you want. You can choose what you want in your life. But there's also a script. There are things that are meant to happen that are very important for your growth. So I guess I'm just gonna have to find that answer out, because I mean there has to be something more. And this like reincarnation, this me, this person that's here living and breathing, and I might just be like some kind of puppet, like some kind of transportation for the soul to experience what it needs to experience in order to like level up or whatever it needs to do, right? So I mean, not like something bad, but maybe that's why I cannot be told certain things. Maybe that's why our purpose and everything is so secret. Well, not super secret, right? But you don't get told the whole thing, because you're gonna like, we're all gonna die one day, right? There's only gonna be one you, one, right? You may reincarnate in another life, but that's not gonna be this body. It's gonna be your soul, but this identity is gonna be gone. It only lives once. If you think about it, you kind of only live once. This person that you are, you're just here for a certain amount of time, and that's it. You're gone. Your soul is the one who's gonna reincarnate, but you're not gonna remember anything from this life. So I I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I guess the whole point is just wanting answers. Like I just want to know more. Like I just want to know if, like, why, just why can't I, if we're supposed to be doing something important, a higher purpose, then why am I stuck? Well, not stuck. I'm not stuck, but why are we in freaking jobs, meaningless jobs? It's so meaningless. So meaningless. The universe is vast. The world, nature is so vast. To be worrying about every morning because you need to be there at 9 because your freaking boss is waiting and they all gonna expect you to be there, and for some meaningless meeting that's just gonna, what is this meeting for? Yeah, discussing things, whatever, but it's just so meaningless. For me, it's just so meaningless. You know? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I keep hearing these things like, yes, things happen for a reason, but I just think about it more. It's like, dude, why am I here? Why, if I'm supposed to be doing something more meaningful, and why this? Why this? Why can't I experience something more meaningful? Or am I supposed to find it? Am I supposed to create it? Am I supposed to manifest it? Why can't I communicate with the heavens? Why can't I ask for advice? There's people who communicate with angels and stuff, but yeah, for a fee. For a fee, right? Oh, for a fee. Damn it. Why can't I learn how to communicate with them? Why can't they hear them and I can't? Why can't I hear them? Why is it so secretive? Why can't I know what is the purpose of me here? Why? Why can't I hear the purpose? Why can't I listen to like advice like, hey, you're here to learn this, and that? And yes, don't worry, like your life is a script. We can't tell you what's gonna happen, right? Because it's like spoiling a movie. Why would you wanna live if they're gonna spoil your whole life, right? But I just need reassurance. I just need a straight answer. A straight yes or a no. But when you don't get anything, when you speak to the heavens and you're like, can I just please get an answer every day? And there's nothing. Silence. I hate silence, dude. I hate it. I hate the silence when I have a big question, like saying, am I right? Am I going through to the right path? You know, is this gonna lead me to freedom or stuck in a stupid 9 to 5? I don't know, dude. That's why I mentioned the whole primate lifestyle, because I feel like there's more meaning to that. Because you're learning how to keep yourself alive by actually gaining skills, learning how to hunt, how to survive in this world, right? I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's piece of cake, right? But I'm sure that it brought a lot more value than the way we live in right now. You know? Back then things were real. There was no filters. There was no fakeness. There's not a whole generation going to shit. Right? You were taught by your parents how to survive. You found yourself, you were able to find a partner with whom you can be sure, like committed. Well, by the way, it's not the same thing being committed and being involved. I just want to say that, right? But you know, you were committed, involved. That was your purpose. There was no these distractions of building your resume or going to school or college or whatever. You know. You know, I once thought it's like, if things get too bad, I might just go into the wild, dude. I might just learn how to live in it, you know. And I might not even last that long, but at least I'm trying to do something more meaningful. I may die. I mean, it's not like I want to stay here for too long, because I actually don't want to be honest. I mean, in a system like this, like why would I want to stay in a system like this? You know? And I mentioned earlier, not earlier, sorry, in another video. Like right now I'm, of course, studying, college, whatever. I'm actually finishing a degree that I regret choosing, because I was so blinded by I need to like choose the career that's gonna like give me because like I didn't even know what to do, man. I didn't even know what to study. I was like, I'm just gonna go because you have parents that are forcing you to go, because they want productivity 24/7, and no one understands what you're going through, but you have to keep going because you keep getting thrown shit at you over and over and over and over again, and you can't do anything. There's no time to stop. There's no time to stop to acknowledge your feelings, right? Because when you try to stop, you have this whole people having expectations about you, pushing you and saying these things, and you're like, just can't handle it, because you know it's you versus the whole fucking world. When you're trying to live a different lifestyle, when you have different point of views, it's like it feels like it's you versus the whole world. You know, because you were I'm speaking for myself, of course, right? because I'm not made for. I just feel like I'm not made for this lifestyle. I'm not made for this. Be a good employee and listen to your boss. I just can't. I can't. It's so hard, man. It's so hard. Like that's why I end up sleeping late. So I can't let go of the day. I'm like, tomorrow I gotta wake up and go through the slowest hours of my life, slaving away at some office that I don't even care about. I don't even want to go there. I don't even care, but I have to, right? Because you have no choice. Because you have no choice. Of course you don't have a choice. So you have to be there. Of course you have a choice on where you want to work, right? Of course, this all negativity, right? But I'm actually doing something positive, right? I'm, of course, going back to school and actually learning, not learning, but I'm going to go study something that I believe that I'm more related to, that I'm more confident about talking and studying, and I don't have much of an issue, right? So hopefully that changes things around. And this is when I want to like ask the heavens, if there's if is there a plan? Is this is like, was things that happen actually meant to happen? I've said it before and I believe in that, right? But I need reassurance. I just want to know, is it true? I mean, I believe it myself, of course, right? But how like does it happen all the time, or can you like mess up? Because you look at these other people's lives and you're like wondering, like, was that their plan? Like, because and one of these things is oh man, it's because there's so many examples. There's so many examples. Such a vast world out there.